There is a language that transcends words, a hidden code that communicates directly with the deepest forces of the universe. Today, we will explore sigils, one of the most enigmatic and powerful tools in occultism. Prepare to discover how a simple drawing can open portals to your subconscious and manifest the reality you desire. Sigils are more than just intriguing drawings or symbols. They are encoded expressions of human intentions, a language created to communicate with the subconscious and the hidden forces of the universe. The word sigil comes from the Latin sigillum, meaning seal or mark, referring to the idea of something that guards or protects a secret. In the context of occultism, sigils are tools used to condense a desire or intention into a symbolic form that transcends the limitations of words. Their origin dates back to ancient magical practices, such as the seals used by magicians and alchemists in medieval grimoires to invoke specific spirits or energies. However, it was with the occultist Austin Osman Spare in the early 20th century that sigils gained a new, more accessible, and psychological approach. Spare believed that the power of sigils lay in their ability to bypass the conscious mind, planting the seed of intention directly into the unconscious. He stated, "The sigil is the art of hiding a desire in a symbol, where it can be forgotten by the conscious mind and remembered by the unconscious." Unlike other forms of magic, sigils do not rely on elaborate rituals or complex tools. Their strength lies in simplicity and the ability to merge intention with symbolism. When creating a sigil, you are essentially building a symbolic map that guides your mind and energy toward achieving a goal. This is why sigils are considered a form of practical and intuitive magic, accessible to both beginners and experienced practitioners of the occult. Sigils also transcend their traditional magical function and engage with the modern world. They can be found in corporate logos, religious symbols, and even contemporary art, proving that their essence, the symbolic communication with the unconscious, is universal. After all, our minds respond to symbols on a visceral level, often more powerfully than to words, because they access deeper layers of the human psyche. Sigils function as symbolic keys that unlock the vast potential of the unconscious and connect it to the creative forces of the universe. To understand this mechanism, one must dive into the hidden power of the mind. Unlike words, which are first filtered through logic and reason, sigils operate on deeper levels, communicating directly with the unconscious, where the barriers of critical thinking dissolve. In this symbolic space, intentions become seeds capable of blooming into physical reality. From a psychological perspective, sigils work as a form of mental programming. When you create and activate a sigil, you are essentially planting an intention in the fertile soil of your unconscious. Freed from doubts and conscious blocks, this intention begins to work quietly in the background of your mind, influencing thoughts, actions, and even external synchronicities. This idea resonates with modern psychology, which recognizes the powerful impact of symbols and archetypes on human behavior. Carl Jung stated that symbols are transformers of psychic energy, a definition that perfectly aligns with the use of sigils in occultism. On an energetic level, sigils act as condensers of intention. During the creation process, you concentrate your mental and emotional energy into the symbol, infusing it with purpose. The activation of the sigil, whether through meditation, burning, drawing, or another ritual, releases this accumulated energy, like a wave propagating through the universe. From that moment, the magic of the sigil begins to work, attracting opportunities, people, and situations that resonate with the original intention. Ultimately, sigils work because they combine three essential elements of magic: intention, symbolism, and detachment. The creation and charging of the sigil require clarity of purpose. The symbolism simplifies and focuses that intention, and detachment allows the energy to follow its natural course. It is like shooting an arrow. You need to aim precisely, release the bowstring with confidence, and let the arrow hit its target. Sigils are therefore a powerful reminder that magic is not an external act, but a dance between what you desire, what you feel, and what you believe. Creating a sigil is both an intuitive and technical process, where intention is transformed into a unique and personal symbol. It's a practice that blends art, magic, and psychology, enabling you to manifest your desires in a powerful and conscious way. The process can be divided into simple steps, but each requires attention and, most importantly, a genuine connection to your purpose. The first step is defining your intention. This is the moment to be clear and objective about what you want to manifest. Avoid vague or negative statements. Instead, choose phrasing in the present tense, as if your desire has already been realized. For example, instead of saying, "I want to overcome fear," phrase it as, "I am brave and confident." This creates a positive and solid foundation for the sigil. With your intention defined, the next step is transforming the phrase into a sigil. Start by removing vowels and repeated letters, reducing your intention to an essential sequence of letters. Using the previous example, "I am brave and confident" becomes BRCVFNT. These letters, now reduced to their essence, will serve as the raw material for your sigil. Next comes the creative part, combining these letters into a unique design. There are no strict rules for this step. Let your intuition guide the process. Draw, curve, overlap, and connect the letters until they form an abstract symbol that resonates with you. Don't worry about aesthetic beauty or legibility. The goal is for the sigil to hold meaning only for you. This is the moment to channel your energy onto the paper. With the sigil drawn, it's time to charge it. This is the process of infusing the symbol with your intention and energy. There are many ways to do this, but all involve focus and emotion. You might meditate on the sigil, visualizing your intention as already realized, or associate it with a moment of intense emotional excitement, such as dancing, laughing, or even shouting. The key is to charge the sigil with sincere and intense energy. Finally, activate the sigil by releasing it into the universe. This can be done in many ways: burning it, burying it, leaving it to the wind, or even forgetting it entirely. Detachment is crucial here. By letting go of the sigil, you allow it to operate without conscious interference. It's like planting a seed. You prepare the soil, plant it, water it, and then trust nature to do the rest. Creating a sigil is a magical and deeply personal act. Every line drawn, every emotion infused into the symbol, is a direct conversation with the universe. More than an esoteric practice, it is a reminder that you are a creator, capable of transforming intention into reality, as long as you trust in the wisdom of life and the power within yourself. Sigils are not just esoteric tools confined to the world of occultism. Their essence transcends mysticism and is present in everyday life, often subtly and unrecognized. From ancient symbols carved into temples and grimoires to modern corporate logos, sigils have played a central role in human history, revealing how symbols can influence both individuals and the collective. In ancient times, sigils were widely used in magical and religious practices. The seals of Solomon, for example, are among the most well-known historical sigils. These complex geometric symbols were used in invocations and rituals to attract protection, wisdom, or power. In medieval grimoires, such as the famous Key of Solomon, sigils were drawn to control spiritual energies or command entities. However, sigils didn't remain confined to the pages of grimoires. Over time, their symbolic language infiltrated popular culture and modern structures. A clear example is the logos of major companies. Like magical sigils, these designs are carefully crafted to convey intentions and evoke emotions in the collective subconscious. A classic example is Nike's iconic swoosh, symbolizing movement, speed, and victory, immediately evoking feelings of motivation and performance. Another example is Apple's bitten apple, which alludes to the concept of forbidden knowledge and innovation, connecting audiences to ideas of creativity and progress. Even McDonald's golden arches, with their simple and welcoming curves, act as a symbol evoking comfort and familiarity, subconsciously projecting the idea of immediate satisfaction. These logos, like magical sigils, condense powerful intentions into visual designs that transcend conscious logic and connect directly to people's emotions and desires, shaping behaviors. Sigils also appear in contemporary practices of self-discovery and spirituality. Many people use them in journals, art, or even as tattoos, serving as constant reminders of personal intentions or desires. They also permeate cultural movements, such as psychedelic art and graphic design, which frequently use symbolic elements to communicate complex ideas or provoke introspection. What makes sigils so timeless and universal? The answer lies in the power of symbols. Unlike words, which rely on language and cultural interpretation, symbols speak directly to the unconscious, crossing linguistic and cultural barriers. This explains why civilizations that never encountered each other created similar patterns and symbolic forms, such as mandalas, spirals, and stars. By observing the presence of sigils in our daily lives and history, we realize that they are not merely an occult practice, but a universal language connecting the human to the transcendent. Whether in the hands of a magician drawing a sigil to invoke protection, or the stroke of a designer creating a logo to attract millions, sigils remain a testament to the power of symbols in shaping the inner and outer world. They prove that the language of the subconscious knows no limits of time or space, speaking equally to the spirit and the culture. Thank you for watching.